welcome to ComfortTV.channel, your number one spot for everything news, everything information and entertainment. This is The Real Side and I am Gold Chemila. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you know, on The Real Side, we discuss general issues that affect everyday people. And today we have a very exciting and sensitive topic for you today. We'll be discussing phone privacy and paranoia. As you can see also, I'm not in the studio alone. I have two very intelligent and beautiful people to help throw light into this topic of today. Welcome, Miss Prudence. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
And Mr. David, thank you for gracing us with your presence today.
Thank you so much.
You're very much welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
The world has evolved from what it used to be. We now have every information, sensitive information on our devices. Now, when it comes to relationship, how much is too much to share? As I said earlier, our devices hold almost everything about us. Money, information, secrets, and general issues concerning our day-to-day life. In a relationship, what is too much to share? When does seeking transparency become control? We will delve into all that in the course of the program. Please like this video and share with your loved ones so that they will be a part of this discussion. Again, it's a pleasure to have you with us. First question goes to you, Miss Prudence. Do you think couples should have each other's passwords?
Okay, talking about phone password, I feel it is necessary because to an extent, it kind of keeps each of the partners accountable to others. You know that, oh, this partner has my password, so I cannot really do some things because they can have access to it. And also for some persons, having your partner's password means that they have given you access to some parts of their life. And it also shows that you can trust them because if you have my password, I have nothing to hide from you. Yes.
How about you, Mr. David?
Okay, I really think, people can go foolish at any point. So I think for couples or people in relationships to share passwords together keeps them on accountability for them to track everything they are doing.
Okay.
So that's what I think about it.
Okay, for a relationship that this isn't the trend, I don't have your password, you don't have my own, then all of a sudden your partner says, please give me your phone, I want to go through something, I want to see something. What do you think a reasonable response should be?
If you don't have anything to hide, it's okay, fine. You just take it. In as much as for the first time, you're going to be like, is there any problem? You'd ask. But then I think the reasonable response from a person that has nothing to hide would just be, okay, take and go through it. Do whatever you want.
It's depending on the motive of taking the phone from you. A partner can be asking you or someone in your relationship to take the phone just to check through videos and pictures. So if you're hiding something, you will become so anxious of what's going on, why would I give you my phone? And you start keeping the other partner, the other party on toes to start checking what is really happening towards you not accepting to give me phone or accepting to give me phone.
Ms. Prudence, you mentioned something earlier. You talked about increased trust when you have access to your... But does it really automatically mean that there is trust because I have access to my partner's phone?
Personally, I don't think so. It's just that it's part of the things, but it's not mainly the thing that guarantees trust. Because somebody's phone can be clear, but their heart is still not clear. So trust is more than having access to your phone. It's, I know you, I trust you. Even if I don't check your phone, I trust you. But you giving me that access to it makes me extra sure that there is nothing going on. That's what I think.
Thank you very much. Mr. David, where do we draw the line between trust and privacy?
Okay, first of all, if we check the meaning of trust, trust is the ability of you believing in someone in the terms of relationship without really knowing not much about the person, but you still trust the person and believe in the person. Why privacy comes in the point of putting boundaries. You understand? So the line between the two, for me, is trust. For me, trust is the ability of you believing. You are giving all. You are just believing, trusting the person. But for privacy, you still have to have your state of boundaries in the privacy. So the two lines between them is the boundary between the trust and the privacy.
Anything to add?
Okay, in trust and privacy, like he said very correctly, it's a very thin line between I trust you and this is my privacy. Because people most times don't actually understand that privacy does not mean I'm hiding something from you. It just means that this is my space. So even if I can tell you, okay, this is this, but this is my space, so you should not cross it here. So if you trust somebody enough, you trust to respect their privacy. Yes.
In a situation where someone says, this is my privacy, don't cross it, and my phone is also part of that. I'm telling you, I don't have anything to hide, but my phone is my phone. And then my partner insists, please let me go through this. I heard something. What do you think that will do?
Okay, I think it actually depends on the people. There is a particular understanding you can have that, oh, this is my privacy. Okay, fine, it's your privacy. It depends on the person. I can tell you that there's nothing on my phone, but I particularly have a reason why I don't want you to go through it. So if you trust this person first to respect their privacy, you know that, okay, fine, I shouldn't go through it. I trust you enough to trust that if you say there's nothing here, there's nothing here.
Okay, let me just ask briefly. Is there a stage in a relationship where this phone privacy should matter? We have the I just met his stage and we are dating. Okay, now we are getting married, we are engaged, and now we are married. Is there a stage where phone privacy should no longer be an issue, or is from dating to the marriage period?
Okay, first of all, again, I would say it depends on the individuals.
Yes.
Because, first of all, stages matter to an extent, but it depends on the individual. You can't meet somebody in 1 month and you're like, I have access to your phone. It sounds crazy. It sounds really crazy because some people would not allow it. But then when it gets to, let me say, 2 years, 3 years, there's some people that can happily live for 2 years without having access to other person's phone and they don't care. It's not their business. But then stages do matter. When you are married, I feel like keeping access to your phone from your partner now sends a different kind of message unless you have an understanding on that. Yes, that's what I feel.
How about you, Mr.
Okay, let's point on the aspect of privacy. For me, privacy is like your principles, your personal principles. So in the sense that for people in a relationship, for me, I don't really think, as she said, somebody you just met in a month and you people are now exchanging bank details, contacts, chats, and all of that. It doesn't look reasonable. So, but for people who are in marriage sectors that you have grown into getting married to the person, I think you should free yourself to the person because the person now is your partner and you people are one. You understand? And if you start hiding some kind of things in the state of hiding password and all of that, the person may likely be thinking, man is usually man, woman is usually man. They will begin to have an instinct that there is another thing going on wrong that you're trying to hide from the person.
Okay, thank you very much. Viewers, I hope you're enjoying and learning from what these two amazing people are saying. When you're getting into a relationship, especially when it's leading to marriage, there are certain conversations you're meant to have. Now, let's say these people did not have any conversation relating to phone privacy. Oh, I don't want you touching my phone. I don't have any problem with you touching my phone because this issue is something that most people do not even think important to talk about. Now, in a situation where these people did not discuss anything, there hasn't been any prior conversation on this regard. And then I discover I don't like it. I like my phone being my phone. I'm just drawing an instance. My phone is my phone. But then I discover that my partner has been going through my phone, even if it's not in secret, even if to her or to him, I wasn't hiding. It's just what I think, because I think it's okay for you also to go through my phone. Do you think this can change the trajectory of a relationship when it comes to trust?
Okay, for a relationship to actually stand, I think there are certain conversations that you have to have.
Yes.
It must be first stated, because if you enter a relationship blindly, you would miss at a point, and you guys will enter into unnecessary arguments and misunderstandings. So first of all, you guys should first of all state it that this is my side and this is not my side. Oh, I like it if you have access to my phone. I don't have a problem with it, or I have a problem with it. But now, if someone that has a problem with it rather, and person finds out that the partner is going through their phone without their consent also, it is actually going to make them feel like you don't trust the words of my mouth. Yes, it's going to make them feel like I'm telling you that there's nothing here. What do you want to see? That kind of thing. In as much as I don't have anything to hide, but it's going to make me feel like you don't trust me. And speaking from the perspective of women, we value it when men trust us a lot, and when you trust the words we say. So if I find out that my partner is going through my phone without my consent behind me, even when I've told you that there's nothing there, I feel like you still don't trust what I say. You don't trust my movements and things like that.
The relationship just
downhill from there. Yes.
Okay, Mr. David, let me ask you: is there a situation where it's justified for you to privately or secretly go through your partner's phone? Is there any situation that will warrant anything like that?
For me, it's depending on the kind of people who are in the relationship or who are in the marriage. For guys are very tactical in things. We are in the sense, if they begin to find things, the first point at fault, they are first logical before emotional. And ladies are first emotional before logical. So a scenario can happen because of the pressure of everything that happened. He may likely wrongly. But for me, I don't really like that secretly. For me, I will have to call you and be clear. We'll have conversations towards it. I'm finding things about this. Is it true what I'm hearing? And all of so that we can sort everything amicably done. Doing it secretly shows that you don't really trust the person.
There's already been a change in the relationship, especially when it comes to trust, for you to feel the need to do something in secret, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. David.
Thank you so much.
Dear viewers, like I said, I know you are enjoying this topic of discussion. Please do well to like this video and also share with your loved ones. We're waiting for ComfortTV will be back after this short break. Thank you so much for staying with us. Welcome back to ComfortTV.channel, and this is still the real side. We are discussing phone privacy and paranoia in relationships. Sir David, first to you. Do you think men and women view phone privacy differently?
Yes. For a man, he may really think phone privacy for him is just trying to know, I don't know how to say it now. Ladies too they like going things to the deep. They like finding the details of everything that is happening. Ladies feel like when a guy is all to a whole detail about him to her. But sometimes men don't really like all full details to their lady.
Okay.
Me, I'm telling you.
Okay.
If you check your dad, sometimes your dad may really not, he may be discussing a whole lot of things. They trust each other, they discuss a whole lot of things. But you can be surprised that your mother does not know the full money account or the money your father had in his account. But she may be knowing the money they have in their joint account. Because men, they rarely take maybe the money for their business is for their business, so that they can still keep thriving the family. So when you are bringing it to the aspect of phone privacy, so men sometimes they like to keep some details, not emotional details, it can be financial details out of what is really happening in the relationship. But ladies will want the whole full details about everything that is happening.
How about you, Miss Prudence?
Okay, this individual thing I've been saying, it is very important to me, because most times I've seen some men that view phone privacy the same way as women. For women, phone privacy to us is like, it's a big thing, not for all individually. For me, it's a big thing. In as much as I'm not going to go through every detail, but I like the idea that I can just take your phone and put your password.
I have access.
Yes, it makes me feel confident. It makes me feel like I don't have any problem. But whenever I try to open your phone and the password have changed, I'm like, why did you change it? But for some men also, it is also the same for them. They feel confident and they feel like they don't have anything to worry about when they have access to your phone. Not that they are searching it, but it just gives this boost. Yes, it just gives them this excitement that I really trust you. Yes, that kind of thing. But some people also, some individuals, they don't like it. So they view it as wrong for you to do so. So on my own view, I think it's an individual thing.
Yeah, rather than a gender.
Yes, some people like it, some people don't like it. Both male and female. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Do you think there are some apps? Okay, we have transparency, we have access to each other's phones. But do you think there are some apps that should still remain off limits?
Well, yes and no. Yes, in the sense that it depends on what you're doing, and it depends on the person you are with. For instance, I'm going to use women. I'm so sorry, ladies, but some ladies don't actually know how to manage funds. So some men kind of keep their banking details and their money details to themselves, because if I tell my babe that I have 1 million in my account, she will be tired. Like the billing will be excessive. Do you get it? So they kind of just not want you to go to their banking apps. If you want to touch my social media, then it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. When it comes to my bank, my money, I don't want you there, because I know that if you know, there's a problem. While some other persons, they don't actually have a problem with money. All this Sudoku spend, they don't have a problem. But when it comes to their social media, when I'm talking with my friends, my family, has nothing to do with you. So just keep off limits. So I feel like it depends on the particular person. Yes.
Okay, but over to you, Mr. David.
I concur with what she said too. It's depending on the kind of individual. You know, there's some men who, outside, as I said, in finance, there's some men who love to keep the same accounts with their wife so that they can track accountability between themselves. But it's depending on the kind of people, that is the understanding they have between themselves. As she said, sometimes ladies don't really know how to manage finance. That's why men want to hide some of their finance out. I've seen a scenario where a man bought land, bought house without even telling the wife. You understand? Because he thinks that if he tells the wife first, she may bring up unnecessary liability stock to him to invest in instead of accept. You understand? So I think it's depending on the individuals.
Okay, you agree with Prudence? Okay. Do you think, this is where people get it mixed up, privacy and secrecy? Can you both? I'll ask you both. I'll start with you, Prudence. Can you just briefly tell the viewers the difference between privacy and secrecy?
Okay. Privacy is when this is my thing. I'm not lying to you about it. You know about it, but just know that it's my space. While when being secretive comes in, it means you're lying about something. For instance, I'm with my phone and I am laughing. I'm laughing very hard. And my partner is like, that's why you're laughing. What's funny? And I'm like, I'm talking with my friend Princess. What did she talk about? Nothing. It's just girl stuff. I am being transparent to you. This is what I'm doing, but the girl stuff you're talking is the limits that you can't cross. That's for me. But then when I'm laughing on my phone and you're like, who is that? I'm like, it's nothing. It's nobody. Do you get it? That's when being secretive comes in, and it kind of makes the other partner now want to know exactly. But when I tell you, this is it, but this is still my space, I still mark the boundaries. But when lies come into it, I feel like that moves from privacy to being secretive.
Mr. David.
Okay, she has said all about it, but the conclusion for me is privacy is boundaries, while secrecy is falsehood.
Yes.
Oh wow, that is a very, very beautiful way to put it. Thank you very much. In a relationship, do you think digital space translates to physical space? Are they the same thing?
Well, not really. Not really. Digital space is quite different from that. That's your social media, your everything. Physical.
Sorry to cut you short, because especially women, they tend to take things. We tend to take things overboard.
Yes.
Oh, you don't want me to look at, please. let me be, go your own, let me go. So that's what I'm asking.
Yes. Yeah, it's quite different. It comes with understanding and understanding your partner. Okay, so digital space is okay. This is different, but when it comes to physical space and physical privacy, people kind of tend to not know when the line is. They can understand the line when it comes to digital privacy, but when it comes to physical privacy, they don't really get it. Some people can just say, I may have a bad time and my day is very bad and I don't want to talk to anybody. But then you feel like you should talk to me at that moment. Well, that is my physical space and it's my physical privacy. Just don't cross it. When I'm fine, I'll come talk to you. But people don't really understand it. They kind of dwell mostly on privacy, on just the phone aspect. While also some ladies, turning it over, some ladies, they don't really understand that physical space. A man can come home or a man can just be in a mood where he does not want anything from anybody. Just let him be. And he might be in a working situation where I'm working at this moment, just give me my privacy. But some ladies, you know how we get and our moods, you have to give me attention, yes, all that kind of thing. So physical privacy is quite different from digital one, and it takes understanding to know when the boundary is drawn when it comes to physical space and all that.
Mr. David.
Okay, I think the same thing with what she's saying. You know, a man, when they are stressed, they don't really like much expression.
Yes.
Understand? They just want to calm down first. It's just like a man coming back from work and you're telling him that we need money to go and do a whole lot of things. And he's already stressed with work. And if you don't understand the boundary, the one thing I think about this thing is understanding your spouse and your couple. Because it's very important that people are in a relationship, but they dwell on emotions without knowing who the person is and the person's principles. There are some people that if they come back from work, as they greet their wife, they walk straight to their room, take their shower first, come down, play game before they start conversation with their children or their wife. But some ladies who doesn't understand that physical space may think, he's not giving me attention. Why is he behaving like that? You understand? And in digital aspects, you know that scenario where there's some men who doesn't like when you are with them, when you're with a lady, or ladies who don't like when you're with them, you are pressing you're on your phone. They are like, have fun, I'm with you and you're still pressing your phone. So if you don't really understand those between yourself and don't understand the boundaries, some people like it, some people don't like it. So it's depending on what you people have for yourself and the understanding you people have.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, do you think it's okay? Do you think it's healthy to keep things from your partner? We are going away from the whole, I asked earlier, apps. But when it comes to your family, because in a relationship, we came from different family. Do you think it's healthy to keep things away, those kind of things away from your partner? My child, okay, you have access to my phone, but please don't go through my group chat or my conversations with my mother, my father, my siblings. Do you think it's healthy?
Okay, yes, it's healthy because it has to do with understanding. Relationships, there are some things that your partner, let me say in dating form, your partner should not know about your family just yet. Yes. And there's some things, it's not everything that happens in your family you run to come and tell your partner, because they will view you in a different way. For instance, let me say your mom and your dad fight and the fault is your mom's, and then you come to tell your partner. In his subconscious, he's going to view your mom in a different way.
And even judge
you based on that. And if you do anything that aligns to what your mom did, be like you're just like your mother. And that thing is just unnecessary. So I feel like to an extent it is necessary to keep some things private. Like you can go through my phone, but don't go through chats with me and my siblings. Like my partner, his own is you can go through my phone, but just leave my brothers out of it. Don't go through my chat with my brothers because it is private to him. And I respect that completely. Yes.
Yeah, how about you, Mr.
Okay, I think it the same way because it's very, very important that we keep off some kind of things within ourselves. And as she said, there's some, imagine when you got in a relationship with a man and you're telling them that your village people used to die at 25
years. Yes.
He's not married to you. This is still a relationship. It keeps the guy on the toe to start removing himself from you.
Yes.
Because men are very careful when it comes to relationship, then marriage. They can date anybody, but when it comes to getting married to somebody, they are very, very careful about it. And two, some things should be kept private. There are some conversations that should be kept between you and your family.
Yeah.
Between you and her.
Yeah.
Between you and your mother, parents, between you and your siblings. So all those things are important. Imagine you as a man discussing your happy moment with your wife, with your friends, telling your friends, or telling your family. It looks very stupid because you don't really understand privacies. Because privacies has its boundaries. So you have family boundary to the one you bring to your family, to the one you bring to other places.
Thank you very much. Do you think technology has affected trust in relationships?
That is a very, very crucial question because technology, yes, it has helped it in a way. Communication, long distance is kind of possible now because you can do video call and all that. But then in the negative aspect, there's this particular thing I saw one time. It's an app or something that you can input it in your partner's phone without their consent and you're able to see their whole WhatsApp thing. That is very crazy because in as much as people think it helps you to know this person better, it also puts you at a state of shock. There's this thing, women, we want to know. So as long as you have that in your phone, you'll be checking it 247. Yes, you don't have peace of mind. It will take away your peace of mind for you. And also in situations where you can say, I have access to my phone, but you know God that inside this phone, you have access to that's still where I'm keeping things that you can never find it. So in as much as, yes, it has helped relationships, it has also brought some negative aspects to it. Yes, that's what I think.
How about you?
Okay, I think the same thing. Reason being, it has helped relationship in a way, but it has caused more damage to relationship. Reason being, I've seen in a situation, I saw something online where a woman placed a camera inside the man's car. The man was not aware. He was just driving and doing his normal thing. But he doesn't know that the wife is watching him from home. And the funniest thing about this thing is it begins to bring insecurity around everything you people are doing. The man may be, what is really happening? You will find a fault. You did this. The man will not be like, they spy me. You understand? So I think it's helping and it's not helping in a way.
Just to add, if your relationship has gotten to the point where you need to track, where you need to keep spying on this person, keep following the person, I think you have a much bigger problem than knowing exactly what the person is doing at every point in time. There are issues to address. To wrap things up, can you, both of you, I'll ask Mr. David first, can you talk to someone, like just a brief advice, someone that feels uneasy on issues concerning phone privacy? Either I want to have access to my partner's phone, but he's not agreeing, she's not agreeing. Or to wrap things up, Mr. David, Miss Prudence, can you give an advice? Just talk to someone who is uneasy about the whole phone privacy discussion. Either I want access to my partner's phone, but he doesn't agree, she doesn't agree, or my partner wants access to my phone, but I don't want. Can you just briefly, to wrap things up, talk to this person?
Okay, what I think about it is the advice is you people should sit down and have conversations towards this. Know your boundaries between what you are doing. I like this, I don't like this. You understand? So that we can place ourselves on the right motive to do things. You understand? So for you to keep it to yourself and you are still thinking, why just sit down, have conversation and discuss with the person and come to an agreement. So that's what I think for that.
Thank you so much, Miss Prudence.
Okay, I agree with what you said completely. You have to sit down and have a conversation about this and understand your partner. there are conversations you should have before even getting into a relationship. So if peradventure you've gone into the relationship and you've not had a conversation, sit down and ask, what's your take on privacy? What's your take on phone privacy? How do you view it? Does it work for you or does it not work for you? And then find ways that two of you can work together and adapt. That's if you really want to do it. But if you don't find a way that two of you can work together, then you know that it's not supposed to work. Because if I'm a person that views phone privacy as not a big deal, and I'm someone that views it with a big deal, it's going to clash along the line. And it may get so terrible when we've gotten to know ourselves much better, and it would hurt more. Yes. So it's better you understand this person, know what you're working with, and then have these proper conversations. And if you're feeling paranoid or whatever, you feel scared, it is very safe to sit down and talk about it. And if you talk about it and you are not resolved, you talk about it again. Just find a way to make it work.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And dear viewers, that is where we wrap things up. I'm just going to draw from what Miss Prudence said and what Mr. David said. When you're going into a relationship, we are different people coming together to be one. I'm talking about serious relationships, and I'm not talking about casual flings. When we're coming into a relationship, we are different. We have different upbringings. We have different outlooks towards life. But we're coming together to be one, to make things work out for us. Definitely, we will have clashes. Phone privacy can be one of them. Oh, I need access to your phone. Oh, I don't want that. I don't have anything to hide from you, but that is not what I want. Definitely talk about these things. If you think it's a deal breaker for you, you go off, especially when things have not become so serious. First, knowing the person's reason, because we should all be able to change on what we think. I'm not saying this person is right, I'm not saying this person is wrong, but what should determine whether you leave or whether you stay is the reasons this person has given you. If this person says, oh, I have nothing to hide, trust me, see this is my reason, you respect it, because you should also know your own reason for needing to have access to this person's phone. Is it coming from a place of insecurity? Is it coming from a place of not having trust? But when this person has given you reasons, I think it's in your best interest to know that psychologically this is not good for me. If your reason is insecurity. Now, when you're in a marriage or in a relationship, and already you people have talked about this, and you are not, both of you are both private people when it comes to your phone, but then there's an issue that has sprung up that necessitates you to want to go to your partner's phone. If that is the issue, I think you should leave it. Especially when, like I said, people have said, oh, my phone is my phone, my phone is my phone. You don't need to go through it. Now you heard something, you saw something, you're thinking of something that will make you to want to go through this person's phone. Instead of doing that, especially in secret, instead of doing that, talk to your partner. You should be able to have conversations with your partner. Oh, I saw you with this lady. What were you doing with her? I saw you with this guy. What were you doing with her? So somebody said she saw you here. This is not what you told me we were going to. Things like that. Instead of becoming a spy, have conversations. Have conversations. What you're seeing in the person, even if you go through with it, you go through someone's phone. The things you see might hurt you when it's not even true. Do you understand? Yeah. But when you have a conversation, especially when you're with someone that is genuine, it will help ease your mind more than when you would have gone through the person's phone in secret. I hope you have enjoyed this brief session with us. Thank you so much for remaining with us. Thank you so much for sticking with the real side on ComfortTV.channel. And thank you, Miss Prudence, for gracing us with your beautiful, gorgeous show and your wealth of knowledge. Mr. David, thank you so much too. Dear viewers, thank you once again for staying with us. Please like this video. Please share with your loved ones. I know you have learned a lot from this conversation. Share with others so that they too can gain from this wealth of knowledge that my two guests have shared with us. Subscribe to ComfortTV.channel. Hit the notification bell so that you're the first to know when we post a video. Thank you so much once again. It's a pleasure to have had you with us. Bye.